Hello everyone, it is Thursday, April 15th. The time right now is 1:50 p.m. and the temperature is 7 degrees Celsius. And this here is Finch Street West, and that's a look to the east. And this is the intersection of Finch and Oakdale Road on the right. And that is North Finch, on the north side of Finch. And the plan for this one is to head over towards the intersection of Jane and Finch and explore that area and a bit of the surrounding neighborhood. It has just started to rain lately. We are expecting about 1 millimeter of rain over the next hour, so I'm not too concerned, even though I don't have an umbrella. And now I'm currently walking east along the south side of Finch. And all this construction here is for a new LRT line that is currently being built. And just across the street is where the maintenance and storage facility for that LRT line will be. And I think completion of this line is supposed to be at some point in 2023. And this is an area that has been requested quite a lot on the channel, and I've only ever gotten around to doing a bike ride through here in the past. I'll probably be back at some point and do another video through Driftwood and some more of the surrounding areas, as well as up to York University, which is just to the northeast of here. And just to the right, that is the Hawthorne Place Care Center. And there's a look over at the maintenance and storage facility that's under construction. There will also be an LRT stop in this area, of course. And Jane and Finch is a rather high-density, multicultural, and lower-income neighborhood. It's made up of several high-rise apartment buildings, along with a number of low-rise, detached, and semi-detached homes. And there is a fair bit of public housing in the neighborhood. It's also known, unfortunately, for having the highest rate of gun violence in the city. So it's got a bit of a notorious reputation to it. So this here is Elena Drive on the right and York Gate Boulevard on the left. And coming up ahead is the main intersection of Jane and Finch itself. And there are three rather large shopping centers on three of the four corners of the intersection. So this here, I think, is the North Finch Shopping Center coming up on the right. We are, of course, in the middle of a stay-at-home order. So these businesses are only open for curbside pickup unless they sell essential goods. And it looks like there's no sidewalk on the north side of the street, and a rather makeshift one here on the south side. Unfortunately, I think this construction is going to be going on for quite some time, so there really isn't a better time to come here unless maybe I came in the evening after the construction died down. I didn't really think of that. There's a look into the North Finch Shopping Center. So what I'll do is I'll turn south here at Jane Street and head south for a block or two. Then I'll head north up Jane and into those apartment complexes. I'll see if I can find my way over to Driftwood. I'm not super familiar with navigating this area. And here it is, the very much so under construction main intersection of Jane and Finch. Although the city has moved to rename this area University Heights after York University. And that is the school I attended. There's the Jane and Finch Mall across the street. That would be the 35 Jane Street bus. As I'm now walking south on the west side of Jane Street. And I could continue south on here all the way down to Bloor, where you'll find Jane Station on line 2. Looks like there's a banh mi restaurant here. I'm a fan of banh mi. Sunrise Caribbean restaurant. There's a Pizza Hut. I think towards the end of this walk, I'll be heading past some of the public housing. And this building here has a view it for rent sign, so You'll be able to pop that address in if you're curious as to what the rents are like here. I did read that the overall population of this area had been in a fairly steady decline over the past 10 or 20 years or so. And this is Fir Grove Crescent. So I'll just cross over to the other side and I'll cut through the Jane and Finch Mall parking lot a bit. Maybe I can go in through the south side here. And in this area, Toronto Public Housing does operate 17 different sites. Although it's not clear to me which ones are which, at least at this point. All right, I was hoping there'd be a path through there, but I guess we're walking around the south end of the mall. There you can see some of the housing in this area. Fit for less. They will not be open anytime soon. And look at all the solar panels on the roof of that home. So that there is Driftwood and Yewtree Boulevard. Let's head down to Driftwood here. That's a look south. So I'm heading back up to Finch. I think I might have called it Finch Street earlier. It's Finch Avenue. And that is Topcliff Avenue. There's a look in towards Jane and Finch Mall. I'll be heading over to that apartment complex. Well, that was a longer detour than I thought it would be, but we got to see around that side of the property. There's a look up at Finch. There's the McDonald's, Pete's Pizza, Pita Land. Those are pretty much the only places worth going to over there probably right now. And I can't recall ever having actually been to Jane and Finch Mall. Just to the north of Finch Avenue here is the Finch Avenue Hydro Corridor, and there's a multi-use recreation trail you can take. I rode my bike there starting from around Finch Station, which is near Yonge and Finch. It starts just to the northwest of there, and you can take that all the way over to just north of where I started this video. So that's a rather neat east to west route across the city. And this certainly isn't the most pedestrian-friendly of neighborhoods. There's people crossing the street through a construction zone right there. And those people would be waiting for the 36 bus. That'll be going east towards Finch West Station. Oh. There's a Popeyes, and a Taco Bell, and a Tim Hortons, and a Freshco, which is a discount supermarket. And it's back to the intersection of Jane and Finch. Looks like there'll be an opportunity to cross the street here in a second. at the San Romanoway apartments. And a look south down Jane. All this construction has made this one of the more challenging routes to try to figure out. And that would be the York Gate Mall or shopping center across the street there, anchored by a No Frills, which is another kind of discount supermarket. There's a look at the San Romanoway apartments. Those were built back in the mid-70s. And this one here is rather well known. It's called the Palisades. There's a basketball court. $25 San Romanoway, 2 and 3 bedrooms. I was reading online, 2 bedrooms are about $18.50 a month. I don't think these apartments have the best reputation, but that has been improving in time. I did read that crime rates have dipped quite a bit in these apartment complexes. So when you think Jane and Finch, these are the apartments people often think of, although the area just to the north of here on Driftwood is apparently one of the rougher parts of Jane and Finch. That's all hearsay. And there's the San Romanoway Rec Center. Apparently that's also a center for early learning. Just another basketball court in there. So if I go down here, that'll just spit me out back at Finch. That whole area is a mess of construction, and I don't think there's Really much to see over there. So if I cut through here, this should take me to Driftwood. Then I'll make my way south to Finch and probably just head back east, maybe to Finch West Station. And from there I can take the subway south down to Eglinton West. That's the way I got here. So this is Driftwood. So to the north of here, there's a number of public housing units. Fortunately, I've only felt a few light raindrops while recording this. And we head back to an area that resembles Eglinton Avenue West with all the LRT construction. This LRT project was actually killed by Mayor Rob Ford back in 2010. And a couple of years later, it was reinstated. I'm wondering if this street here would provide a interesting way back to Finch. No, it seems that would not be a very good route. So we'll just stay the course here. This area was originally quite rural and mostly farmland. In the 60s, a lot of this suburban development started to take place here. Oh. The green light, I wonder if I'll be able to make it, because there is no way to walk down the sidewalk on this side. I think that'll be part of an LRT station. And it is dusty. So it's back to Finch Avenue. And I'll just walk east for a bit. I think these on the north side are public housing units. It'll be interesting to see what kind of developmental changes occurred in this neighborhood once the LRT has gone in. They are calling it Line 6. And I think some of the rolling stock has started to arrive. Same with the Eglinton LRT. I've seen them testing around Kiel Station on part of the track. And this here on the right, I believe, is a public housing project. Perhaps we can take a peek inside. I don't know if I'll be able to exit through the other side of this. It is not clear. By looking at Google Maps. I thought that might be a way to back to Finch, but nope. Wonder if there's a walkway up there on this side. It's very quiet around here. There's the intercom system to get in. This is 20 Yellowstone Street. So I'm going to head back up to Finch and see if there's a bus stop anywhere around here. There should be. Probably up at that next intersection. I don't really know. Excavation in progress. So here's a bus stop. I could just continue walking all the way to Finch West Station, but that's probably a good 20-25 minutes. And it'll be pretty much like this the whole way. Let me just pull out my app here. Let's see if this will tell me when the next bus is coming. Rocket Man. 3 minutes. All right, maybe I'll make a quick video of that bus ride for my other channel. I hope you enjoyed this walk. That went around the Jane and Finch neighborhood. I'll come back and explore it more in depth at a future date. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support the channel, there are links to my Patreon in the description. You can also check out channel memberships on the main page. And I have an Instagram account as well. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.